Hey guys, another quick video, Lincoln Chronicle, 1961 Lincoln Continental Convertible. Last time I showed you I got the trunk to open and close. I've got the flipper panel working, and I've got the top lock hooks working. So let me show you just a couple things, just how it's working. It comes down and close, and then open. Oh, a little hard to do with one hand. So she's slow. Really, when you're doing this, you want the battery to be fully charged. And if you can hear just barely, let me see if I can get in there. Hooks open, and then the hooks. Sorry, hooks. And then they go again. So, two things this time I want to talk about. Number one is, I got stuck with the flipper panel open. The reason being is that I didn't realize that things are out of sequence. And the hooks at the front here, so there's two hooks, like on books, but there's a lock. So there's two hooks up underneath here that hook the header into the windshield. Those hooks were open so that you could open and close the top if you wanted to, just manually. But things are out of sequence because the flipper panel, when it comes up, it's looking to see and make sure that these locks are locked before it will open them up. So they were already open. It didn't, technically the system didn't know what to do. So, chasing down and knowing the sequence and where things need to be at a particular sequence in the top up or top down is very important. And I just wasn't thinking. And when I realized that was what was out of line, I just basically hot wired them to lock. Once they were locked, everything works good. The second thing I wanted to point out, what helped me a bunch, and I didn't mention it in the last video, was taking a wiring diagram and then actually outlining all of the colors on the wiring diagram. So do you see that? I actually borrowed my son's colored pencils, and I've traced out every single color on here, okay? What it should be. I know it's really, really messy, but this is very important because this is easier to read and understand when you have a short problem or you're trying to understand the entire system all at once than going to these ones, which are in the manual. And these are great because they show you how the system should work for a particular operation, but it only shows you one bit of the wiring. It doesn't show you everything going on. And here's another one, right? So this just shows me, it's power feed circuits, that's not a good one. So this one shows me just deck lid unlocking. That's the only wires it shows, and that's great. If I want to separate out that circuit, and I only want to look at that circuit, and I know that's the problem, but that doesn't work when there's when either something's shorting out or something's out of sequence. These individual ones don't help. And then the problem is when you go to this one, right? The overall system, it doesn't have any of the colors named on it. So what I did is I basically went page by page, looked at this page, copied the colors up here. So for an example, there's an orange that goes from the deck open limit switch to the deck unlock relay, and then you can see here that's the orange that is traced. So that's the second thing I wanted to tell you, is just number one is make sure the car is in the sequence that it needs to be for what you expect. The second one is make sure that, or if it's out of sequence or you don't know what's going on, you don't know where it is in the sequence, get the wiring diagram, color code it, sit there, study it for a little bit, and it makes a whole bunch of sense. So that's it right now. I've got everything working except for the top up and down. That's where I'm pointing, right there, right? So top up and down. Luckily, it's just the really just two relays that control all of that. A little worried right now. I spent about 4 hours up to this point from where I was last time. To get it where it is right now. So a little bit worried. Like I said, I think 10 to 15 hours to do all that. So we're probably pretty close. We'll see. All right, guys. Got a question? Let me know. See you later.